And for me, attitude is everything. And I kind of formed the whole thing around attitude on a phrase that I was given about 20 some years ago, and which actually has been a mantra for me to try and get me to do things, for example, like writing this book. And the phrase is a real simple one, and I use it as the common denominator of success. The reason for that is it comes from a piece of work called The Common Denominator of Success. And the phrase is a real simple one. It's this: successful people have formed the habit of doing things that failures don't like to do. Now, that for me sums up the difference between people that get things done and people that don't get things done. And it comes from some work by a guy called Albert E. Gray. And that was back in the early 1900s, and he was an insurance salesperson. And he did a talk on the common denominator of success. And I think his actual phrase, just let me put my glasses on, I'll read the actual phrase to you. It was: the successful person has the habit of doing things that failures don't like to do. They don't like doing them necessarily either, but their disliking is subordinated to the strength of their purpose, or subordinated by the strength of their purpose. So basically what he's saying is this: the people that you see in life that are really successful have formed the habit of doing the things that the other people don't like to do. So anybody who's world class at anything, and there's a theory about 10,000 hours of purposeful practice. If you've got somebody in a world class position, they've put in that 10,000 hours of purposeful practice. But on a more simple note, when I share this with people and I say, look, successful people have formed the habit of doing things that failures don't like to do. People say, yeah, but like what? What does that mean? So let me share with you the trigger that I use, and it might be useful for you. Basically, anytime that you think of doing something, you think, oh, have I got to do that? Yeah, but if I do that, to achieve that, I've got to do this. Whenever you think, really, then that's probably what you should be doing, because that's what successful people have formed the habit of doing. So in the world of sales, right, that's probably prospecting. It's probably completing their paperwork properly. It's probably doing their research before they go into a meeting. It's probably writing their presentation before they do the presentation and not just winging it because they think they're a born salesperson. It's all the little things that really successful people do. So I want to leave you with that one today. Successful people have formed the habit of doing things that failures don't like to do. And just to remind you how important attitude is, just have a look at this equation. I look forward to speaking to you tomorrow. Cheers.